I awoke. Everything was a blur. I could hear the distinct sound of gunfire and explosives, but they were muffled by some strange force. There was a loud ringing noise in my ear that accompanied my sudden deafness. My sight was disoriented, and I blinked quickly as my vision soon came back.
Come on, soldier, get up!
I recognized his voice. It was Sergeant Miller. I struggled to my feet as pain coursed through my body. It felt as if I had been stabbed repeatedly. Sergeant Miller grabbed me and pulled me to safety behind a brick wall. My sight and audition had come back as I heard Private Robertson screaming the position of our enemies.
Come on, Jerry's 12 o'clock!
Screamed Private Robertson as artilleryman Private Hill shot a missile from an AT-4 and it quickly took out the 4 Jerrys.
Leopard 2 comes at 4 o'clock!
Private Hill took out his javelin and screamed.
Oh.
He soon locked on and shot as the missile went up in the air and soon came down on the tank, taking it out. I grabbed some morphine out of my bag and stabbed myself with it. The pain quickly went away, and I stood up, grabbing my M16 and uniting with my unit.
No time to waste, fellas. We need to continue and meet up with the Brits up north about 4 clicks up from here. So let's get a move on, get there as quick as possible.
We started moving and a sense of calmness came over me. It's the first time in 2 years that I felt this calm. The last time I felt this calm was the night before I was chipped out. We arrived at a small village as I noticed we had just walked for about an hour now. It felt uneasy, as if something was going to happen. Sergeant Miller, I'm getting a bad feeling about this. The houses seemed strange as I saw a window open. An old man popped his head out and screamed. Aguato. Aguato. What does that mean? I remember taking some Italian classes when I was in high school, and I was trying to remember what it meant. It took a while for me to get it. My unit was arguing about what it meant.
He said welcome.
No, welcome is benvenuto, not aguato.
I then understood.
He said ambush. We gotta get out of here.
As my unit was registering what I had just supposed, I heard a familiar sound. I looked down. Crap! A flash of light consumed my eyes and my eyes were blinded, and the all but familiar sound filled my ear. I looked around but I couldn't see or hear. I suddenly heard the sound of gunfire, and I dropped to the floor praying to God to keep me safe. I looked to the side and the Jerrys came out of hiding, and they were firing as I crawled to safety while dragging Private Robertson and Sergeant Miller with me. I was scared for my life and also the lives of my comrades, as we kept on getting fired at. I gripped my chest.
Oh, damn it.
I was shot. Blood was running down my uniform and my hands.
You have to retreat.
Not without you.
I'm a goner. But you can still survive. So leave without me.
I got up with a piercing sting in my chest. I knew this was it. What I do here will decide my legacy, my imprint on life. I threw a stun grenade and flashbanged the Jerrys. They were rubbing their eyes and looking around as I aimed my gun and shot. It was all going in slow motion. Every bullet was showing a part of my life. My first birthday. My first broken bone. My first day in high school. My graduation. My baptism. My first day in college. My first date with the love of my life. My first kiss. When I first enlisted into the army. When I got married. Then when I was shipped out. When I first got shot at. When I first killed a man. My life flashed before my eyes, and 15 Jerrys were dead on the floor while the pain increased in my chest. Soon enough, that old familiar flash filled my sight, and I fell to the floor, even as then another recognizable sound filled my ears. I dropped on my knees as tears rolled down my cheeks, resembling the time when I saw my friend get killed in this godforsaken war. This was the end. All was black. Soon enough, I saw an intense radiance stand out in the distance. A peculiar calmness encircled me and an incomparable bliss filled me as I made my way towards this extraordinary illumination. When I was in the midst of the illumination, I began to rejoice because of the awe-inspiring ecstasy.